In this morning show, we are here to inspire you about building your own business and helping you stay on track of your goals. It's a daily cup of motivation, a supportive group of women who wants to see you succeed in your business, and we'll support you every step of the way. Right in the morning. Just put your mind to it. Coffee with Nikkie. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo. Wake up in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm yawning, brainstorming when my mind is forming. Time to tune to this morning show early in the morning. Listen to Coffee with Nikkie. Oh yes, she's busy. If you need help, tune on the channel right with me. Strong, independent women make it sound easy. Wake up everybody in the morning. Wake up everybody. It's coffee with Nikkie, and we have to get our drink on. So educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Educate your mind, right? Hey, we riding, yo.
Good morning. I'm trying to get it back. I don't know where it went, but I'm trying to get it back. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee with Nikkie. I am your host, Miss Nikkie, and this is Coffee with Nikkie, your daily cup of information and inspiration. I'm also known as the Dean of Bubble Babes University, and that is BABEZ. And if you would like to join our community, go on over to bubblebabesuniversity.com, click community, make you an account, join. It's free. There's information. Today I added a video from David Goggins. I absolutely love David Goggins. If you have not read any of David Goggins' books, you need to go and read them. Get it on Audible because he's reading his own books, or you can go on YouTube and you can look at some of his inspirational videos. He is a no-nonsense dude. He does not play around. He's like, you got to do the work, and I'm all about that. So yes, David Goggins, Goggins. So with that being said, y'all, how's everybody doing this amazing morning? Today, we are going to be talking about clarity and goals, and we're going to be talking about goals for the whole month of December. Goal setting, mindset, all of that for this for the rest of the month of December, because I want you guys to be prepared for what we have going on for our roadmap party. And I hope that you guys scheduled on your calendar that you save the date for January 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are going to have our roadmap party. January 7th, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to have our roadmap party. And again, I'm saying vision boards are dead. That's going to be the campaign. Vision boards are dead. We are going to be doing road mapping instead. And so if you would like to be a part of our party, make sure that you save the date, because it is going to be a private event. It's not going to be something that is going to be public. No one's ever going to see it outside of the community. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure that you save the date. Also, if you are a part of my GIST group that we just did, we are going to be meeting Sunday, December 17th. Sunday, December 17th, we're going to be meeting at 6 p.m. So make sure that you guys save the date for that. We are going to update, and I'm going to check in with you guys and see where you are with your goals. And so the GIST group is, just in case you didn't know, it's a part of our honor society, and it is the Get Your Together group. And this is our accountability group where we get together, we discuss our goals, and hold each other accountable for achieving those goals. So that's what we have going on in Honor Society. And if you would like to be a part of that, go on over to the Bubble Babes University and go on over to the community. Join the Honor Society, and you'll have all access membership. The Honor Society has previous lives, classes, downloads, tools, and resources, the book club, accountability group. And also I added a new book to the book club. I've decided I don't even know how many times I've done this already, but I'm just going to put suggested reading in the group, and then you guys read at your leisure. That way you don't feel that you have to, commit to it, because I only have one person reading the book with me. Nobody else is reading books with me. So I'm gonna need y'all to get into it. These books are going to help you guys. So I did add a new book into the Honor Society, and I also added reading into the regular community. So, and those books were from David Goggins. So make sure that you guys go and check that out. With that being said, let me check and see who's in the building. We have Jasmine in the building. She said good morning. She is driving to her dental appointment. Safe travels, Jazz. Safe travels, girl. So we have Betty Rose. Miss Betty Rose says, good morning, ladies. Happy Monday. I am truly blessed and highly favored. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Big Meech. Big Meech is in the building. She said, good morning, everyone. Hey, Kim. Kim's in the building. It's early over there on the West Coast, but Kim is in the building. She said, good morning, lovelies. Good morning, lovelies. Dee's in the building. She said, hey, all. Good morning, Tammy. Tammy says, good morning. Did you get my picture of the cookie? That's been my project. No. Let me see. And good morning, Zeltra. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me see the picture of the cookie. Did you send it to my DM? Did you send it to my DM? Let me see. Nope. I don't have a picture. I do not have a picture. I do not. All right, so Miss Delcher says, good morning, ladies. Tammy said, I started the book you mentioned last week. It's a good read. Thank you, Tammy. Y'all gotta talk to me in the group because I don't know who reading the book with me. I know only one person was responding to me. I'm like, okay, is anybody reading this book with me? Good morning, Yolanda. Yolanda said, good morning, babes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As you guys can see out the window, it is, well, I don't know if you could really see, but it's a snowy day. We got snow today. And so, you know, since it's snowy days, it's cozy days. And so it is time for my Fenty onesie. So got that on this morning. So we're going to be talking about getting clear on our goals. I got my notes. My notes, I actually put them in the Honor Society in the section that says community. In the section that says Coffee with Nikki notes. And I will be putting my notes in every morning after or before we go live. I will put my notes in there so that you guys can print these out. You can make notes on them. You can highlight things that were important to you. You can write some points, some things that stuck out to you, just so that you can stay abreast of what's going on and, you know, your progress and everything like that. So with that being said, let's get into the clarity of goal setting. Are you guys ready? Are you ready in the chat? Put you're ready in the chat. I'm 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 ready in the chat. So with that being said, I gave y'all three books. Two David Goggins books, and the other book is The Diary of a CEO. So those are the three books that I have going on. If you would like to be part of the book club, then you have to join the Honor Society. And remember, I told you guys how to join the Honor Society. And if you want to read on your own, you can go on ahead and read it on your own. But that's what's popping. All right. So put I'm ready in the chat. Put I'm ready in the chat. In the chat. I'm ready on the chat. You guys know we're doing a roadmap party. And so I want to ask you guys a question. Do you feel that when your goal is clear, you know specifically what you want to do, it's easier for you to get to that goal? Is it easier for you to hit the goal when it's clear? Or sometimes your goal is vague and it's not so clear. Like, let me know, or it's not so easy to hit. Let me know how you hit your goals. You hit it when your goal is more clear, or you can kind of give it like a roundabout, a vague kind of thing. It's just in a general area. And let me know how you achieve your goals. OMG, Diary of a CEO is on my list. I read your mind, girl. I read your mind. What's the name of the others? David Goggins, never finished. David Goggins, never finished. You Can't Hurt Me. Both of those books are by David Goggins. And also The Diary of a CEO. David Goggins books. I listen to his books because he reads his, well, I listen to all my books, but I listen to his books and I am engaged and intrigued by his books because he reads his books himself. And I like that. And so Either you can listen to his books, or if you're not ready to get the book, you can go ahead to listen to him on YouTube. I think he does have a podcast too. He does. You can listen to the podcast as well. And you can listen to the podcast as well. So does everybody have the books? Does everybody have the books? Which podcast? Steve, what's his name? Steve. One sec. Stephen Bartlett or David Goggins? Okay, got you. Love his podcast. Yes, yes, yes. Can't Hurt Me is good. So good. Never Finish is even better. Even better. Good morning, Yazzie Faye. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So we got 3 books, y'all. 3 books. 2 by David Goggins. Never Finished and You Can't Hurt Me. David Goggins. And then you have Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett. Those are your 3 books. Read them at your leisure. We don't have to have a meeting about it. You can read them when you want. It's totally up to you. If you want to have a discussion about the books and join the book club, that's in the Honor Society. So how do you find that you achieve your goals faster? When they're clear, or they can be, a generalized thing? How do you achieve your goals faster? When they're clear or when they're vague? How do you achieve your goals faster? When they're clear or when they're vague? It's not a right or wrong. I just want to see how your brain works and how you achieve your goals. It's not a right or wrong thing. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She said, good morning, everyone. I'm blessed. Yes, yes, and yes. When the goal has a clear path, I get it done. Or at least know how to get back on track. Got you. If there's no clear plan, nothing gets accomplished. Come on. I like that. I like that. So Jasmine says clear. Good morning, Latrice. Good morning, cousin. Cousin is in the building. She is the best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth is in the building. We can't do things without cousin. We love cousin. We love cousin. D says I get it done quickly. I get it quickly done focused when she's focused. Okay, so clear for you. Okay, got it. Best moderator on what? Earth. The best moderator on earth is in the building. So let me know, how do you achieve your goals faster? When your goals are clear or when your goals are vague? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons. 3 reasons why clarity is important, right? You may think it's not important, but if you don't have a specific goal, if you don't have a specific target, then you're aiming for everything and you're not aiming for nothing, right? And so you want to make sure that you have somewhere to aim. You have a clear view of what you want, right? You have it in your sights and you're able to go for it. If it's all over the place, it doesn't really matter where you land, right? Because you don't really have a goal. Like, you have a goal, but you don't have a destination, right? So we want to make it more specific. We don't want it to be I just want to be successful. We want to start getting a little bit more specific in that. I want to be successful creating ads. I want to create ads that generate X amount of dollars. I want to have my products in X amount of stores. I want to make sure that my product is, and my goal is to have my product in Walmart. If that's your goal, that's not everybody's goal, but it may be somebody's goal. I want to have a franchise. Let's make it more specific. I want to have a franchise in 3 different states. So I want to have a franchise in Miami, LA, and New York. I want to have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to have stores in those places, or however you want to do it, right? But you want to make sure that you have these specific goals. When you have these specific goals, you're able to work towards it, right? When you put the when you're going somewhere and you have your GPS, right? You have it in your car or your phone. When you're going somewhere, you have to put in a specific address, right? Even if you're not going to a particular, like, you may not have the direct address, right? But you got to give at least the address that's around in the area, right? Because that's how you're going to get there. You need to plug in a specific address, right? You have to plug in a specific destination on a GPS, right? Put ones in the chat if y'all with me. You have to put in a specific destination in the GPS, right? Because if you just put something in general location, you're going to end up who knows where, right? Who knows where. You got to have a clear destination in order for you to get to where you want to go with the GPS, correct? Let me know if y'all feeling me in the chat. Put ones, put ones, put ones, put ones. When they are clear and written down, Yolanda says when they are clear and written down in plain sight. Okay. Okay. And that helps you to stay on track. I got it. Michi says clear. Let me know in it, and let me know in the chat if y'all with me. Put ones in the chat if y'all are with me. When you're going somewhere and you have to plug in your directions into the well, you have to plug in your destination into your GPS. It has to be specific, right? And since we are on this roadmap kick, right, we have to be specific with our goals as well. We have to know we want it a certain not a certain way because it can happen different ways, but we have to know what our specific goal is going to be. Yes, we have to know what our specific goal is going to be. If we know that we want to have a website at a certain date, we got to make sure that we put the date up there and put the website. You can't just say, oh, I just want to get my business together. Getting your business together could mean anything, right? But what do you mean get your business together? If you have it all over the place, like just get my business together, there that could be so many things, but it also can mean that so many things are going to get slip under the radar. So many things are going to slip through the cracks because you don't know exactly what you need to do. There is no clear destination. There is no clear, like, how would you know when you've gotten your business together? How would you know when you did everything that you needed to do, right? You need to have a plan. You need to have some kind of roadmap that's going to help you get there, right? You got to make sure that you start getting more specific on your goals, right? We need to be more specific in our goals, right? So when one thing that's going what is going to help you with, why am I stuttering? I have no idea. But one thing is going to help you with is to eliminate the distractions, right? Because if you have, as entrepreneurs, this is something I say a lot, right? As entrepreneurs, we need to have a plan and we need to have a schedule, right? Why? Because we will do the work whenever we feel like doing the work. We will do the work and we will double what we have will double what we have to do because we were distracted. We were doing things that had nothing to do with what we had, the goal. And so we would be piling so much more things on our plate that we're going to be overwhelmed, and being overwhelmed and trying to get the task done sometimes is not that great. Some people can work under pressure really well and some people cannot. And some people can work under pressure really well and still get the job done. Some people will work and get the job done, but it will be like a half-assed job. They'll work and get the job done, but it's not done to the best of their ability. And in order to eliminate that, we need to have a clear plan. We need to have a schedule. We need to have direction. And so I say all of that to say it is very important for us to be very clear on our goals. And the reason why I'm going to be discussing this throughout the month of December, because our party is in January, I want you to really start thinking about what you genuinely want. I want you to start thinking about the goals that you have and the things that you need to do in order to get there. So clarity is very, very important. We need to know what the destination is. Everybody put destination in the chat. Put destination in the chat. Put destination in the chat. You know where you're going. You can avoid the distractions and you can focus. You can get laser focused on the things that you want to achieve. So direction and focus is going to be one reason why clarity is important. The second reason why clarity is important, everybody, thank you, put this destination in the chat. The reason why, another reason for clarity is motivation and commitment. Motivation and commitment, right? We'll be motivated to hit that specific goal, right? And we'll know what's required in order for us to do that. We'll know what kind of work we need to do in order for us to do that, right? And so we have to be we have to see what that is in order for us to be motivated and inspired by it, right? With clarity comes commitment. You are more likely to stay committed to something you are clear on, right? If you know that you want to lose X amount of pounds, if you know that you want to lose X amount of pounds, you are going to do whatever you need to do, right? You're going to make sure that your diet is going a certain kind of way. You're going to make sure that you omit certain things in your diet. You're going to make sure that you work out X amount of times a week. You're going to make sure that you do what you need to do in order to achieve those goals. You can be committed to the thing. You can make sure that you're staying on path because you have a specific target. I want to lose 5 pounds by the end of the month, right? What do I need to do to lose 5 pounds by the end of the month? And then you'll see, you'll know what you need to do. And then when those distractions come, it'll ring in your head like, excuse me, we got 5 pounds to lose by the end of the month. If we do this, we can't achieve that, right? So we need to make sure that we're staying on track. It helps you to stay motivated, and it helps you to stay on track. It helps you to stay on track. Good morning, Juicy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you doing this amazing morning? So put motivation in the chat. Motivation in the chat. Motivation in the chat. When you are clear, you can be committed. When you are clear, you can be committed to the thing that you say that you want to accomplish. When you are clear, you can be committed, right? And this is why accountability is so important. This is why holding each other accountable is so important, because once you say it out loud to somebody, now you're expected to hold up your end of the bargain, because this is the thing that you say that you want, right? This is where you say you want to go. So if you get distracted along your way and you allow that distraction to take you out, that's your own, you have to hold yourself accountable to that. But you know that, okay, I have to hold myself accountable to this. I already said this is what I want to do. So I got to start doing the work, because, without the work, I can't get the job done. Right. So we have to make sure that we are staying committed to the goals that we are setting out for ourselves. Everybody, motivation in the chat, motivation in the chat, motivation in the chat. All right. So the next thing is measurable progress, right? And what do I say about measuring all the time? What gets measured gets managed, right? And there's a lot of controversy about, oh, well, that's not really the truth. But in this particular instance, it is true, right? In this particular instance, it is true, because if you measure where you want to go, your journey, you can see what you need to manage. You can see the things that are working for you. You can see the things that are not working for you. You can see the things where you need to change, or you need to, pivot a little bit, or you need to change the route a little bit. You could see those things because you're measuring your progress. And so for this situation, this is absolutely true, right? Because you have to be able to see where you're going, and by you seeing your progress, right, by you seeing, you're reaching these milestones, and the work that has to be put into it, and the commitment that you have to put into this thing, the discipline and all of that you have to put into you achieving this thing. You measuring that thing can help you to achieve it quicker, because it's not far off from you, right? It's not something that is far off. And I put in my notes that we always overlook the smaller things to get to the larger things, right? We overlook those small accomplishments. And this is why it's so important that I tell you guys to celebrate your small wins. This is so important for you to know where your milestones are, because when you see that you are moving closer to the target, you're going to get more and more and more excited about hitting that major thing that you want to achieve, right? Because if you just leave it and it's just this big thing that is unattainable right now, because you can't even see yourself going in that direction. You can't even see it right now. You got a negative balance in your bank account, but you're trying to be a millionaire. You have no idea how you're going to be a millionaire. You can't visualize it. You're not taking any steps to saving any money so that you can make true the affirmation, money is coming to me, or what are some money affirmations that I say? Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Money flows effortlessly into my life. Like when you put those type of affirmations out, if you have $0 in your bank account and you don't see money coming into your life, you're conflicted, right? You're not even in alignment with what it is that you're saying that you're doing. Yes, you want this goal, but you got to start working towards it so you can start making it true. No matter how little the progress is to you get into that, it's still going to be progress. So it can still be true, right? Every way and every day I am being financially responsible, and that can mean paying bills on time. That can mean that you putting money to the side so that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. That could just mean that you're putting money in your savings account because you want to make sure that you have, a nest egg or whatever it is, or you want to go somewhere, you want to do something, or you just want to save, period, right? You could know that you're moving towards that. Yes, it is true. I have evidence that this is true. Why? Because I put $5 in my savings account. It may not be $10,000, it may not be $1 million, but it's still something. It is still you moving to where you want to move. So that $5 is moving you closer, right? And maybe the next time is going to be more than that $5. Maybe it's going to be $20 that you put into your savings the next time. And that affirmation will ring true to you, right? Because you do see yourself moving close to financial freedom. You do see yourself moving closer to being a millionaire. You're closer to being a millionaire by adding $25 into your account than you are by having nothing or being in the negative, right? But you can see it moving. And if I continue to move like this, I can keep on growing, right? That's going to keep you excited. That's going to keep you motivated and encouraged to hitting those goals. So that is why it's important for you to measure where you're going so you can track your progress so that you can get excited about moving closer to that goal, right? Because again, if we just see it as the big thing and we don't see all of the little steps that we're taking in order for us to get there, we're going to get discouraged. We may, retreat from the goal. We may say, okay, well, let's take that off my list because I can't achieve it. I just can't do it. And it's going to discourage you from hitting that goal. So instead of doing that, we want to be encouraged and inspired and motivated. And so we're going to measure our progress. We're going to measure our progress. Let me know if y'all are with me. Let me know if y'all are with me. So the three reasons that I wrote why clarity is important is direction and focus, motivation and commitment, and you can measure your progress. Those are the three things why clarity is important. Let me know if you guys are with me so far. Let me know if you're with me in the chat. Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Oh yeah, go ahead, Betty Rose. Put on with you. Put on with you. That works. Good morning, sis. Good morning, Jules. Jules is in the building, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, let me know if y'all with me. The three reasons why clarity is important when when you are goal setting is because you have direction and focus. You get motivation and commitment, and you can measure your progress. Right? Good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. And you can measure your progress. Right? And what else do I have in my notes? Let me see. Let me see. I know. Good morning, Trina. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I know that Michelle Obama had said something, and I had said this quote before. She said, "We always reward the great, but there are smaller things that happen along the way, right?" And so instead of just looking at that big grand goal, also make room for the smaller things that have to come up under it in order for you to achieve it, right? And so I want you guys to keep that in mind. Yes, you're going to have a big goal. You're going to have a big goal that you're going to be super excited about, but also be mindful that there are steps along this journey that you have to take. Also keep in mind that there's a person that you're going to have to become in order to keep on moving forward and pressing forward. There's going to be things that are going to change and shift in you that are going to help you change into who you need to be in order to get that thing, right? And so you have to know there's going to be some movement, there's going to be some changes, but as long as you can see that you're moving, you're going to be good. As long as you can see that there's progress and moving towards that goal, that's going to excite you, because then either you're going to say, oh, I could see the movement, and you start moving faster, or you see the movement and you just start keeping along the path and you just keep chiseling and chiseling and chiseling until you get there. But you do get to see where you're going. And so it's going to open up the next level and the next level and the next level and the next level. And that is going to keep you excited and motivated to achieve the goal, as opposed to just looking at it from back here saying, I want to be a millionaire. We don't have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, I want my business to be successful, but we don't have a plan. So we have to get a plan in order for us to get to the goal. Yes, the goal is important, but we also need a plan to get there. Y'all with me? One's in the chat, one's in the chat. Oh, one's in the chat, one's in the chat. Oh, I've been doing that in my personal goal setting. Good, Yazzie Faye. Good, good, good. Celebrate the wins. Yes. Envision who that person is. Yes, because you are going to be changing every day moving towards your goal. You're going to become somebody different, and you're the same, but there's just going to be a different kind of energy about you, right? You're just going to have a certain kind of energy about you. You're going to be a go-getter. You're going to be, you're moving towards something. You ambitious. You got somewhere you're going, right? I have a destination. I have somewhere I got to go, right? And there's going to be some urgency in that, right? A lot of the times we have goals and there's no urgency in the goals. But once we see that we're moving towards the goal, we have some kind of urgency. We're going to move in a different manner. We're going to move more confidently. We're going to move more energetically towards the thing that we say that we want, right? Because we know that it's within our reach. We can grasp it, we can grab it because we see it, right? We moving closer to it. I'm closer to it than I was from when I started, right? And since you see that, you can start moving. You can start making those adjustments and things like that, right? Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. And so I'm going to tell you guys how to be specific and clear about your goals. Again, I want you to be real clear with your goals for the roadmap party. I want you to be laser focused. I want you to be very specific about the things that you want. You want success, but what does success look like for you? You want your business to be straightened out. What does that look like for you? You want to plan your launch for a collection or whatever. What does that look like for you? What does success look like for you? Because success don't look the same for everybody. So what does it look like for you? How will you know when you're successful? How will you know when you have accomplished the things that you want? What is the feelings that you want to feel? What do you want to have? What is the takeaways from you doing this thing and being on this journey? What is the takeaways for you? Right? You have to you got to get specific because like I said, success is going to look like something different to everybody. Everybody doesn't want a store. Everybody doesn't want a warehouse. Some people don't want to have a big business. Some people just want to make X amount of dollars, right? Some people just want to sell certain, they want to put their stuff in the store. Some people don't want to be in the store. Like, it depends on what success look like for you, because success is not going to be the same for everybody. And once you are clear on what success looks like for you, you can stop measuring yourself against other people, and you'll be able to measure yourself against your own personal values and your own personal wants, because you know what you specifically want. Their success is not your success. And what does your success look like to you? That's the most important. Everybody put, what does success look like for me? And this goes for any area in your life. This could be for your health. This could be for your spiritual journey. This could be for your mental. This could be for your education. It could be for whatever it is. But what does success look like for you? Some people just want to be a successful mom. Some people just want to make sure that their kids are okay and they want to make some extra income. Some people want to make sure that they are, the CEO of whatever, whatever, whatever. Some people want to make sure, people have different goals. Some people want to go viral. Some people want to make 100K in a day. Some people want to make 30K in a day. Some people want to make 30K a week. Some people make 30K a year. Like, it depends. People have different goals. Like, if this is just a hobby for you, then making $1 million is maybe not what you're aspiring to do, right? Maybe you're aspiring for connection, and so the end result is the connection, right? And how are you going to get that? So we need to be clear and specific about the things that we want, because it's going to look different for everybody. It's gonna look different for everybody. I'm gonna do that today. Got you. So what I was just talking about is breaking it down, right? Why breaking it down is important. It's going to be important for us because we'll be able to measure the steps that we need to take in order to get to that main thing, right? So if success looks like 100K a day for you, how can you get to 100K from where you are right now? Right now, you may not be able to see I could get 100K in a day from where I'm at right now, right? But what can I do to start moving myself towards that 100K goal in a day, right? Because you might be like, that's crazy. How can I make 100K a day? I may not be able to see it right now, right? Because I don't do that right now. But I see that as possible because I do see other people, they can make it, and if they can do it, I can do it. And if I can do it, then I got to figure out what I need to do in order to get there. So it's going to be steps that I got to take in order for me to get there. I also got to be able to visualize myself being in that place, because you cannot visualize something that you can't see for yourself. If you don't see it for yourself, you're not going to be able to say, okay, I could hit that goal, because again, it's going to conflict, right? Your belief is going to conflict with what you're saying that you want. And in order for you to move forward, in order for you to believe that you can do it, you got to visualize yourself in that space. But what does that look like to you? What does that feel like to you? What do you need to do? So in order to have a 100K day, I at least have to have $100 day, $1,000 day, a $10,000 day. Like, I at least have to start moving my way through that, right? But how can I do that? What do I need to do? Do I need to do ads? Do I need to do pop-up shops? Do I need to start getting press releases out there? Do I need to do more wholesale? What does that look like? And when you have a plan, it makes it easier for you to knock down these things, right? Because if you don't have a plan and you just trying to, you're trying to figure things out, how would you be able to know what works for you, what don't work for you, what's helping you, what's hurting you? How would you be able to know that? You won't if you can't measure it, right? You won't if you can't measure it. Let me know if y'all with me so far. Let me know if I'm talking good. Let me know if y'all with me. Let me know if I lost you. Let me know where we at. Let me know where we at in the chat. Let me know, let me know, let me know in the chat. Let me know, let me know, let me know in the chat. And I also want to say that there's nothing wrong. I'm saying, oh, yeah, you want to make sure that you can measure your results. You want to make sure that you could achieve the goals that you're setting out. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with setting out goals that are out of your reach. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with you reaching for the goals that's out of your scope currently. But as long as you can see yourself moving towards those goals and making steps towards improving yourself so that you can be the person that you need in order to achieve those things, you will be able to get those things easily. You'll be able to see yourself. You'll be able to visualize that outcome for you. Why? Because you're moving towards it, right? I know that I got to knock these milestones out the way first in order for me to start seeing things. Oh, I see. I can make I could have $1,000 day. Oh, that's good. So if I could do $1,000, I could do $2,000, right? That's taking you closer to the 100K, right? But you got to see it. You have to be able to see yourself doing it first. Can I see myself doing that? Yeah, if I could get the 1,000, I could definitely get to the 2,000, right? We were talking about that when we were talking about Black Friday, weren't we? For Black Friday, I was like, I know that I'm saying things that other people are not saying. Everybody's saying you needed to plan this thing out and do this thing and da 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 da. Yes, we were talking about Black Friday early, and we were talking about planning things out. We were talking about bestsellers and limited items and things like that. We were speaking about that, but then when it got down to it, when everybody didn't have a plan or what they were going to do, right? I still said, try it anyway. Try it anyway. Put an offer out there anyway, because at least you can see what's going to work for you and what doesn't work for you. You can see the effort that you put into it, and see if your effort was fruitful. You could see those things, right? And so people put that effort out there and they were seeing results, right? They were putting the effort out there and sending the emails and showing up on social media and putting bundle deals together. They were seeing the results of that, right? And so if you know that you are seeing the results of the work that you put in, if you could do $1,000, whatever you did to do $1,000, double that effort so that you can make that $2,000. Double that effort so that you can make the 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do the work once you start seeing that you're capable of doing it. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, Nikki, I don't know, I didn't do it." And I was like, "Just do it." Just do it. Just try it and see. Put the offer out there and see. If you get a bite, you get a bite. If you don't, you don't. You weren't planning on doing it anyway. So if you didn't get results, then there's the other work that needs to get done. But you don't lose anything from it as long as you don't. And I was trying to encourage everybody not to go out and make anything for Black Friday if you don't have the following, if you're not showing up the way you need to and doing the things that you need to do to make those sales, then you're going to just use what you have. Use what you have, get the stuff that you have that has not sold off your shelves, or for free gifts, bundle those things up. Like, we came up with some different ways in order for you to be successful during your Black Friday and utilize what you already have instead of going out and buying new stuff and buying new inventory and buying all of these new things to create this new collection that nobody is going to see because there was no work being done. But we use our network that we had, we use the products that we had, and we use the things that were sitting on the shelves that we're not selling. We utilize all three of those things in order to make some sales. Now, if you can make sales based on that, you can make sales based on anything, right? And that means you just need to do the work and put the effort in, right? And Black Friday showed that to quite a few of you guys in the chat, right? Black Friday showed that to quite a few of you guys. So let me know if y'all are with me. Good morning, Annie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And good morning, Miss Lois. Miss Lois is in the building too. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me know if y'all with me or if I lost y'all. Let me know if y'all with me or I lost y'all. Put I'm with you in the chat. 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 All right. And so I put that our goals is going to be tied very closely to our personal values. They're going to be tied very closely. Why? Because our values are deeply held beliefs and principles that guides us on our choices and our actions, right? So it's got to be in alignment with what we believe. It's got to be in alignment with the things that we value, right? Money may not be something that you value. So by you setting a goal for money, that may not be in alignment with what you want. And so you're not going to be as ambitious to achieve it because it's not in alignment with your personal values, right? So you have to get in alignment with your values, right? So what are those things for you? It could be a financial goal. It could be a position. It could be your success. It could be your health and your fitness. It could be your spirituality. It could be any of those things, but it has to be in alignment with what it is that you believe. Because if it's not in alignment, you are not going to be moving forward. There is no energy behind it. There is no it doesn't resonate with you. It's not going to sit well with you because it doesn't align with what you want in your entire life. And since it doesn't align with that, then you're not going to even work towards it. Because why? That's not important to me, right? You may say you want to achieve a certain goal, and the goal may be for, let's say, you want to have the generational wealth for your family, right? So it may not necessarily be that your success has to come from this particular business. It may not come from this stream of income. It could come from somewhere else. Like your generational wealth could, by you starting that up and setting that up, could come from you setting up certain kind of accounts, by you setting up certain investments, by you doing certain things. So you could secure that in different ways, but it's got to be in alignment with what you want. You're not going to be a dishonest person trying to get this money for your family, knowing that this is for, knowing that you want to get something that is going to be something that they could duplicate, right? And to continue on for the rest of the generations that come ahead, right? You know that you're not going to do anything if that's not in alignment with what you want to do, right? So it has to be in alignment with your values. It has to be in alignment with your values. I'm with you, multitasking in abundance while listening. Okay, come on, multitasking in abundance, right? It has to be in alignment. Your values represent what is most important and meaningful to you in your life. What is that? Everybody's things are not going to be the same. Family may not be everybody's connection, right? Success may not be everybody's connection. Financial wealth may not be everybody's connection. What is the connection? Right? You have to find out what is, what your personal value, what personal values to you are important, right? Because you're going to operate from that every single time when you're trying to reach those goals. So you need to know what's important to you. I also have here the goals that resonate with your deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment is going to help you to move faster towards it. It's going to, since it resonates with you, you're going to be able to be excited about the thing, right? Because it resonates with you. When you feel uneasy about something, you move differently, right? You're like, I'm not so sure about this. Oh, I don't know about this. Oh, I'm apprehensive about this. Oh, maybe that's not for me. You don't move with confidence when when you feel uneasy about something. But when you're confident about something, when you know I got to do this because this is for whatever your why is, then you're going to be moving into that thing more confidently. You're going to be moving into that thing and you're like, okay, I know that I'm doing this and this is going to this is going to help me do whatever it is that I want to do because it is important to me, because this is important for my family, for myself, for my business, for my whatever, right? You know that that's important to you. So you're going to move with a certain kind of confidence. You're going to have a certain kind of swag, right? I don't know if people still say that, but you're still going to have a certain amount of confidence moving through that, right? As opposed to you being uneasy about it. Yes, some things you're going to be uneasy about, like, because it's something that you've never done before, right? There may be some things like that, but if it's still in alignment and resonates with you, you're still going to do it, right? Because your why is deep enough, right? Yes, you don't know what's about to happen, but you know that it's going to be for the benefit of you and your family, or for just for you or your business or whatever. You know that it's going to benefit you. So you're going to move through that. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be fearful. You're still going to move through it because it's still in alignment with the things that you want. But when it's not in alignment with the things that you want, you're going to be moving through that thing like, I don't feel good about this. You know what I'm saying? And we've all had those situations where we're getting into a situation and we think it's something that we want, but we don't feel good about it, right? A lot of this, like, we could get into a room and we know, okay, I may be nervous to network, I may be nervous to pitch, I may be nervous to, talk to people and say who I am and just networking and have those kind of conversations. I may be nervous, but I know that this is going to help my business. So I'm gonna stick it out, right? But if you feel like this person is not a good person, this person is not the person that I want to do business with, and you feel that uneasy spirit and it doesn't resonate with you, you're not going to move through it. And then a lot of the times when we still move through something like that and we know that somebody is shady or shisty or whatever, and they're not in alignment with what we're trying to do, it don't work out, or you get betrayed or you get let down or whatever. You know that those things will not produce a positive outcome for you, right? Because you felt it in your spirit that that wasn't going to be a great connection for you, but you was like, you know what, let me do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. And so you go ahead and you do it, and then you like, I knew I shouldn't have trusted this person. I knew I shouldn't allow this person to get this close to me. I knew I shouldn't allow this person to do my business. I knew I shouldn't allow or to do anything in my business. I knew I shouldn't allow this person to get affiliated with me in my business because now it's doing A, B, and C. How many of you guys can relate? You felt something in your spirit that just said, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do it. And you did it anyway. And the outcome was something that just really didn't bode well for you. And let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat, because I know that I can't be the only person. I know I can't be the only person that didn't feel right about something. It wasn't in alignment with what I was doing. And I still said, let me go on and do this. I did it with orders before. I did it with people. I've done it in business. And I knew that those things didn't align with me, but I overlooked them thinking that, maybe I could be wrong. And I didn't trust my spirit. I didn't trust my values. I didn't trust my whole, belief system. And in doing that, I got burned. In doing that, I've been betrayed. In doing that, I, got let down. In doing that, I had some shisty business dealings, right? And when you know those, sometimes you know it and you still do it anyway, right? So it has to be in alignment with your personal values. It has to be in alignment with your personal values. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me just say, trust your intuition because it doesn't lie. Come on. Yes, facts. Okay. You better believe it and That's right. That's right. Good morning, Martini. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If I followed my first mind, I would not have entered certain contracts. I'm telling you, and sometimes you just think like, oh, well, maybe it's just me, right? Maybe it's just me. But if you have that continuing thing that just says this is not right. This is not right. That's because it doesn't align with your personal values. It's because it doesn't align with the things that is, that you're working towards. And you still do them anyway, and it really throws you off. It really throws you off from what it is that you want to do. It throws you off from where you want to go. It throws you off from just your mindset. It messes with your mind a lot. Like, how could I not have seen this? And then you kind of like, you get uh what's the word, you get jaded, and you get like, what's the word, I don't want to say bitter, because it's not bitter, but you get in a certain way where now you don't trust anybody. Like, now you got your walls up, your guards up, and you feel like you can't trust anybody. You got to do everything on your own. And then it's not really the fact that you got to do everything on your own because you can't trust everybody. It's the fact that you couldn't trust that one person, or that those couple of people, and you couldn't trust them, and it was things that you overlooked, right? Maybe there was some red flags that was shown to you previously that you didn't pay attention to. Maybe there was just something that just didn't ride right with you. Maybe they said something and you were like, you're like, oh, that sounds a little funny, but I'm gonna still do it anyway, right? There was something that told you that that situation wasn't the right situation for you, and you did it anyway. And so, I mean, we have things that that show up and allows us to really, say, okay, maybe we need to step back from this. But there's also things that, we don't want to use that in order to move, and moving forward, that is going to stop us from getting the things that we want to do, right? I can't allow a bad relationship with someone in business to mess with my future dealings, right? Because I may be biting myself. I may be, what is it, the thing, cutting off your nose to spite your face. I may be doing all of that, and I might be losing, right? This might be the person for me. This might be the person that's going to help me get to the next level. This might be the person that, is going to allow me to move as freely as I need to in business, because I have connection, or I have this, or I have that. So you don't want to make sure, you don't want to close things off, but when somebody is not in alignment with you, that when it's going against your values, that it's not going to ever resonate with you. And when you feel that it's not resonating with you, then it's time to retreat. It's time for you to back up. It's time for you to let that thing go and stop holding on to things that you don't need to hold on to, right? Stop holding on to things that you don't need to hold on to. Let me see. Yep, learning to listen to my intuition. Yes, just happened earlier this year. Yes. That's funny y'all talking that that's funny y'all talking about. This has been my thought over the weekend. Go with my first mindset. Yes. Defensive mindset. I almost fell into a trap with a family friend, and I knew it didn't feel right up front. Thank goodness I redirected my instincts. Okay. Yep. And the scammers got me. Yep. Sometimes those circumstances will alter your confidence and your ability to make decisions. They will. And they will also mess up future um like connection with other people, right? That may you might mess up situations for yourself. You might sabotage yourself based on somebody else's um actions, based on the relationship you had with somebody else. That may alter how you're going to move forward, right? And that's not what we want. That's not what we want. Sometimes opportunities present themselves to teach you how to identify bad deals beforehand, right? As well as to help you learn certain skills. Lessons, not losses, right? Absolutely. But dang, some lessons are hard. Yes, they are. A lot of lessons are hard, and a lot of the times we get the message. We get the message, but we may overlook it. Or we don't want to believe it because we think that these people are different things, right? We saw something different. And then sometimes we're like, I can't believe I didn't catch that. I can't believe that this happened with this particular person or this particular thing, right? Because we put things in a perspective where we want to see it, right? When you know that that thing didn't align with you, you should have let that thing go. But instead of you letting it go, you try to let's work through this thing. Let's make this thing happen. Let's continue to do this thing when you knew better, right? There's plenty of situations that I've dealt with and I knew better and I did it anyway. Let me give this person another chance. Let me just try this again. Let me just, it didn't work. It didn't work. And It didn't work, like, it doesn't work quite a few times, and you still like, but maybe. When you know that it's not in alignment with you, let it go. If it doesn't resonate with you, let it go. Let it go. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Put ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. Ones in the chat. And the last thing we're going to talk about, well, it's not the last thing, but tip number three. Tip number three. So we got number one was get clear and specific. Number one was get clear and specific. Number two is make sure it goes with your personal values, right? Make sure you listen to your instincts. Make sure you listen to your instincts. Number three is, and I know y'all tired of hearing me say, set smart goals. Set smart goals. And SMART goals stand for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals, right? You're going to set these goals because you making them specific. You're going to measure it. This is, again, the roadmap. You're going to measure it. You got to make them achievable. What do you need to do to get to that point? It's got to be relevant to what you got going on, because some things you're not going to be as ambitious about because it's not relevant to you, right? Somebody else's goals may seem like something, right? That $1 million in a day by Moon Cosmetics, right? That may have looked like something to you, but if it's not relevant to you, you're not going to be in alignment with that, and so it doesn't mean the same to you. That $1 million may mean something different to you. Like your $1 million may be $1,000 a day. That may be your $10,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? Like that may be something different, but you got to make sure that you make it relevant to you, because if you can't say her goal and you're not even doing the kind of work that is necessary in order for you to get that, is not relevant to you, right? And you always always want to add a time on your goals. You want to put a time frame on your goals. Why? Because you know that you got to work within that time frame in order to achieve those things. You got to make sure that you are in alignment with the time slots that you say, right? Because if you don't, then you don't have any urgency to hit that thing, right? And so it's very important for it to be specific, for it to be measurable, for it to be attainable, for it to be relevant, and for it to be time bound. Is very important. Okay. And so SMART goals is something that I want y'all to get into the habit of doing. How many of you goals? How many of you goals? How many of you guys set your goals according to that? SMART goals. Let me know in the chat. Say me in the chat if you use the SMART method in order to set your goals. Let me know in the chat. Do you use the SMART method to create your goals? Yes. Put me in the chat if that's you. Put me in the chat if that's you. I think I got to move myself down. I've got so much space on the top. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you create SMART goals. And if you do, that's amazing. That is amazing. If you create SMART goals. And we're going to be focusing on that. Awesome, y'all. And we're going to be focusing on that again the rest of this month, and we're going to definitely be hyper focused on it for our roadmap party. Our roadmap party, right? Let me see what else I got in my notes. I don't want to miss out on anything. Because I put a lot of effort into my notes this morning. I wrote why SMART goals are important. It keeps you moving forward. It helps you to stay accountable, and it helps you with your timing. And it also lets you know that you're close to accomplishing the goal, right? Because the end result is the goal. Yes, the joy is in the journey. I always say the joy is in the journey. Laura said no. I always say the joy is in the journey, right? Because you gotta make sure that you're tracking your progress, and the progress is going to help give you that encouragement and things that you need, the confidence that you need to keep moving forward. But you also want to make sure that you are holding yourself accountable to it. You always want to make sure that you're in alignment with the thing that you say that you want to do, right? You always want to make sure. And so by setting the SMART goals is going to help you move forward and get into that thing. It's going to help you be more successful in hitting your goals. right? It's going to help you to be more successful in hitting your goals. All right, so the next thing is, which is the last thing, and we are at our hour mark, so I'm going to finish it up though. Visualizing success. You have to be able to visualize yourself in those positions. So you know that you hear a lot of the times people say act as if. Some people say fake it till you make it. Sometimes faking it till you make it ain't the thing, right? Because you're not really putting yourself in position. You're just doing this whole pretend fantasy thing, but you don't really see yourself in it. You just creating a different thing. But you want to be able to see yourself in those positions. You want to be able to see you getting the thing, doing the thing, getting the money, having the business. You want to see yourself getting those things, right? If you could see yourself in that position, then it's not going to be hard for you to acquire it because you already know that I can do that thing. If you don't see yourself as a millionaire, then it's going to be hard for you to start moving in the direction of a millionaire because you got to start seeing it. You got to start knowing it. You got to start feeling it. And if that feels like you adding $1 in your pocket a day is getting you richer, at least that is going to resonate with you as a true affirmation, right? And you don't even have to say this dollar, this penny, this dime, this nickel. You don't even have to say that is making you richer, but you can just be up. You can be thankful and grateful for the thing that came into your life and say, thank you so much. I am getting closer to my financial goals. I'm getting closer to or I am every day I'm getting richer and richer. And that penny is getting me there, right? Every day I'm getting richer and richer, and that dollar is getting me there. Every day I'm getting richer and richer, and that nickel is getting me there. That affirmation is true, right? And so you could see, okay, I'm starting to put myself in position for being the rich, wealthy person that I see myself as being with every single thing that happens, every little thing that comes into my life, every little, well, not everything, but financially, right? Is helping me to get richer and richer, right? But that makes it true, right? As opposed to you saying, I'm wealthy, I'm this and I'm that. And again, negative bank accounts, right? And so at least you know something is coming in. Oh, every day I'm getting, every day orders keep coming in. Orders keep coming in every day, and you have orders coming in, and it rings true to you, right? So that means, yeah, I can get close to that goal. Yeah, I can have thousands of orders a day. If I can have 10 orders a day, I can have 1,000 orders a day. If I can have one order a day, I can have 10 orders a day. If I can have 10 orders a day, I can have 1,000 orders in a day, right? So it's actually true, but you have to make sure that you are affirming things that you see in your life, because in order for you to see it or to visualize it, you got to be able to feel and be it, right? And no, you may not be at the point where you want to be at yet, but you're doing things that are going to get you there. I'm doing things that are going to get me there. Yes, 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 and yes. Let me know in the chat if y'all feeling me, right? You may not see it right now, but I'm doing the things that I need to do in order for me to get there, right? I may not see this $1,000,000 this week, this month, this year, right? But I know that I'm getting closer and closer and closer to my goals with this dollar, with this penny, with this nickel, with this quarter. I'm getting closer and closer to my goals, right? I may not be I may have not have lost 10 pounds yet, but I am working 3 to 5 times a day. 3 to 5 times a week. I'm working out. I'm eating right. I'm eating healthier. And I'm making sure I'm paying attention to what I'm consuming, or, who I'm surrounding myself with, or my alcohol intake, or my whatever. I'm making sure that I'm moving closer to that. I'm not at that 10 point. I'm not at my destination yet, but I'm doing the things that I need to do in order for me to get there. And I'm going to get there because now that I'm doing these things, I can see myself losing this amount of weight. I can see myself being the ideal weight. I can see myself being what I want to be, right? Because I'm doing the things that I need to do in order for me to get there. And so it's not a lie to me. I'm not visualizing a lie. I'm not visualizing something that I'm expecting to magically happen. I'm doing the work that I need to do in order for me to get there, right? I'm doing the work that I need to do in order for me to get there. Let me know if I'm resonating with you. Let me know if I'm resonating with you. Put it in the chat. And let me know if I'm resonating with you. I have resonating. Visualizing visualizing yourself. You got to see yourself succeeding. You see yourself succeeding, then you know that I can do it. I can do the work. I'm confident about doing this thing. I'm unsure. I may be even unsure about it, right? I don't know if it might work, but I know that I'm moving towards it. I don't know. I don't know if me saving $5 a day is going to be, the thing that's going to make me this millionaire, but I know that it's not going to hurt. But I know that I'm taking the steps. I know that if I'm not saving this $5, I know that I'm further away from being a millionaire than I am closer, right? And so we know that we can see it, and if we can see it, we can believe it, right? Because I'm gonna take the steps that I need to take in order for me to do those things, right? A lot of us are, oh, I want to live in my dream house. I want to, we hear this a lot when people are talking about manifestation and visualization, right? I want to live in my dream house. I want to have this, and I want to have this, and I want to have that. But you got to accept and be grateful for the things that you do have. You got to appreciate what you do have. You got to treat your old home or your old apartment like the new home that you say that you want, right? Because you can visualize yourself. Oh, when my new home's gonna have this. Oh, I can't wait to see the marble floors that I have in my new home. I'm gonna mop these wooden floors right here, but in my new home, I'm gonna have marble floors, and I can see it, right? Because while I am mopping, and I'm mopping my wood floors in my apartment that sucks, right? I'm not saying in my head, I'm not saying that my apartment sucks, because I'm grateful and I'm thankful for the apartment that I do have. And I am saying, while I'm mopping these floors, I'm looking at these floors like, they're going to be marble soon. They're going to be marble. I'm going to have marble floors in my house, because now you can visualize yourself being in that new place. You could visualize those things happening, right? By you doing the things in the places that you are in right now. While you're in that current place right now, you can still visualize the new thing that you want, right? But you can make yourself move towards that thing, because you can see it happening for you. But if you're not, and you just like, oh, you don't appreciate where you are, you don't appreciate your home, you don't appreciate the fact that you have heat, you don't appreciate the fact, you don't appreciate anything about your life currently, how are you going to welcome the new thing that you want if you're not even making space for the new thing, right? So you got to make space for the new thing. So if you got to make it true for you, how can I make it true for you? Right now, it doesn't look like where I want to be. This doesn't look like my dream house right now. I'm not in my house right now. But you can appreciate what you have. You could treat your old home like the new home. You can say, this is what's going to happen in my new home. Oh, I'm going to have my towels stacked up like this in my bathroom. I always love when they roll the towels like in a spa or something like that. That's what I'm going to do. And so you can do that currently in your old place, and you can see that happening for your new place. It still will be in alignment with what you want, and it is true, right? You're folding your towels up, and you're putting them in the way that you see them in a spa, because that's how you always wanted it to be. And you're going to appreciate what you have now, so that you can really appreciate what you're going to have later in this new thing that you want, right? How many of y'all feel what I'm saying? How many of y'all feel what I'm saying? Let me know in the chat. Acknowledging small progress is necessary. I am guilty of not congratulating myself because the accomplishment is small, and that leads to emotional burnout too. Yes, absolutely. And it also make you discouraged. It also make you feel like you haven't accomplished anything. So yes, let me know if y'all resonating with me. Let me know. Again, if you have, let's put this in perspective to your business. If you have one order that came in for the week, I could still appreciate this one order, and I'm gonna treat this one order like it's my 100th order, and I'm going to give them the best customer service that they've ever had in their life. And that way I'm going to be moving in the direction that I want to move into, the goal that I have about the orders that I want, or the X amount of money that I want to bring in from my business. I'm still moving towards that, but I'm appreciating where I'm at right now. And I can appreciate it, and I can see I got one order, I could get two. I got two orders, I could get 10, right? And so you can see this, and so you can be moving through it like, yes, I'm going to be able to accomplish the things that I want, because I need to do A, B, and C, right? This is in alignment with what I want. I'm going to appreciate and be grateful and thankful for what I have, and I'm going to work harder to get the things that I want. Yes? Yes, yes, and yes. Let me know if you're in the chat. Let me know in the chat. And again, one more thing that I want to add to this is that not in order for you, but when you want to hit those goals, you want to make sure that you're focused. You want to make sure that you are hyper focused on them. You want to make sure that you are putting 100% of your energy into that thing. Yes, you can multitask, and yes, you may be successful at multitasking, but when you multitask, it is going to take a percentage of your energy no matter what. It's going to take a portion of you in different directions. It's not giving 100% of you. And so in order for you to start hitting these goals and start accomplishing these things, you got to be 100% set on the thing that you say that you want, right? You got to make sure I'm putting 100% of my effort and my energy into this goal because this is what I want. I'm not going to try to do a million of the different things at one time, again, because it's going to take a piece of you out of everything. Everything's going to take a piece of you, and nothing's ever going to get 100%. You give 100% of yourself to the goal, you could accomplish the goal and then get to the next goal. Do the same thing, accomplish that thing, and accomplish it to the best of your ability, as opposed to just slightly getting there, like barely making it, right? You want to make sure that you put in 100% of that effort into you getting to whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Let me know if y'all with me in the chat. Let me know if today was good for y'all. And let me know if y'all ready for this roadmap party. I always throw a bunch of questions that y'all answer, whichever one resonated with your spirit. Whichever one resonated with your spirit. Can't chase two rabbits because you won't catch either. That's right, because you can't keep running back and forth, right? You got to keep your eye on one. You got to keep your eye on one. Let me know if I'm resonating with y'all today. Let me know if you are excited and ready for the roadmap party. Let me know if this is getting you excited to just plan out your goals, just to look at your goals differently instead of moving it from board to board to board, from vision board to vision board to vision board to vision board, and not accomplishing things. Let me know if you're excited about accomplishing some goals. Again, I know I throw a lot at y'all at one time. Whatever resonates with you, when I read it, I'll know exactly what I was talking about. Or I won't, and I'll ask you what I was talking about. Let me know if I'm resonating with you guys. And let me know in the chat. Remember, I gave y'all 3 books. 3 books is, the first book is The Diary of a CEO. The next one is You Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins and Never Finished by David Goggins. So the 2 David Goggins books, and Stephen Bartlett is The Diary of a CEO. And all 3 of those books are available on Audible, so you can listen to them in the car, on your way to work, while you're working. So you don't have to just stop everything in order to read those books. You can listen to them as you go through life. As you go through life. Tammy says, I'm excited about the party because vision boards haven't worked in the past. Come on, Tammy. Come on, Tammy. Yes, let's get it. Let's go. We're gonna look at everything differently, and that is the reason why I'm focusing on all of that for 2024, because I want to make sure that I continuously drill it into your head. I continuously say these things, because a lot of the times you may hear things in passing and it may have stuck out and you didn't write it down, or it's not, it didn't stay in your head. It didn't resonate with you at the moment. Right. But I want to make sure that I keep on saying it for the month of December. So I'm getting you ready and prepared for January. I'm getting you prepared and ready for January. Let me know. Let me know if I'm resonating with y'all today. Let me know if I'm resonating with y'all today. And with that being said, do not forget January 7th at 6 p.m. This one, we're going to have our roadmap party. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that's going to prepare you for that. We have some questions and things like that we're going to talk about. Remember, the month of December, I'm going to keep you focused on this area. Also, if you want to get a copy of my notes, they are available in the Honor Society. I have put all my notes, all the notes that I have here are all that. This whole thing, this PDF is going to be in the Honor Society. All you have to do is download it. You can put 3 holes in it, put it in the binder, and save it. You can put your notes. You can highlight things that stuck out to you, some extra notes that you want to put in there, some things that you want to do differently, you could put on here. And yeah, that's what you can do with the with my notes. So definitely excited about the roadmap party. I'm so excited about it. Let's see. Annie said, most definitely excited. I'm excited. Looking forward in tasks and goals to a future date is really painful. It is. It takes its toll on you, right? It takes its toll on you. And so when it does that, you feel like, oh, I don't feel like doing it, or I can't put this kind of goal on my board because I'm never going to accomplish it, because remember when I did it before, it didn't work out, or remember when this happened and it did, I didn't feel like doing it anymore, or I didn't want it, or whatever that looks like for you. Moving your goals and not achieving certain goals, it can really be disheartening. It can really be disheartening. And so by doing it this way, seeing yourself being able to move through the goal is going to be more encouraging. So with that being said, y'all, I am going to be out of here. Make sure that if you're going to listen to me this long, that you are subscribed to our channel. Make sure that you turn your notifications bell on so you can be notified when we go live. And we go live Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. Do not forget, save the date, January 7th, 6 p.m. Also, if you're a part of my GIST group, which is my accountability group, the Get Your Together group, if you are part of that, we are going to be meeting on the 15th of December. So make sure that you guys um, save the date, and I will definitely be sending you guys a message to make sure that you are on track with your goals. What else do I want to say? That is it, y'all. That is all. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I know that your time is valuable. I know that you can't get it back, so I hope that this investment in your morning was something that was well worth it to you, that you're going to be able to use this for today, tomorrow. I got juicy mouth there. Today, tomorrow, or forever. And it's also something that you can share with a friend, and that way you can be teaching yourself again, so that way it sticks to you, right? It sticks to you, it resonates with you guys. So I appreciate you guys. If something I said resonated with you and you want to share with your friend, please share with everybody. We are on the road to 100K. I am not as close as I need to be, but I'm working towards it. So working towards the 100K day. Working towards the 100K subscribers on YouTube. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have an amazing and productive day. And I will see y'all tomorrow at 9 a.m. See y'all later. Bye.